Welcome to Christian Financial Perspectives, where you're invited to gain insight, wisdom, and knowledge about how Christians integrate their faith, life, and finances with a biblical worldview. Here's your host, Christian investment advisor, financial planner, and coach, Bob Barber.
The following bonus episode is a little different flow and style than what you are used to usually hearing on Christian Financial Perspectives. We also give a lot of different names of companies as examples only. These are only mentioned as examples and are not meant to be recommendations when it comes to either an investment portfolio nor for purchasing their products. They are solely mentioned as guidance for Christmas budgeting. Welcome to a special episode of Christian Financial Perspectives. I'm your host today, Shawn Peters, and we have decided to kick Bob off for this one for a special episode. My wife, Jenna, is going to be joining us, and as you all know, shopping at Christmas can be pretty stressful, not to mention expensive. And for that, I'm glad my wife does pretty much all of it for our family.
Yeah.
Speaking of, that's why I thought it would be fun to have Jenna on with us for this special episode. And we're going to be sharing some of our favorite ways to save money on gifts during the holiday season.
Yeah, I thought this would be a fun thing to kind of go over that I seem to be pretty good at with
For sure.
being cheap and saving money when it comes to stuff. So,
I think the word is frugal.
Yeah, frugal. We don't like the word cheap,
Yeah,
right?
Frugal's much nicer.
Yes, I'm frugal. So I'm normally behind the podcast doing the editing. So it's a little different to be kind of on the front end of it doing the recordings. So that'll be interesting listening to my voice instead and having to record it. I hate that. But yeah, so we're starting with some Christmas shopping and how to save money. Christmas, of course, is always a special time for all of us. I know as a kid, I think one of my biggest memories is getting a playground. And I still remember running out and seeing the whole thing, having the slide, the swing set. That was one of my favorite Christmas memories and one of my favorite Christmas gifts.
Was this one of the wooden ones, the metal ones?
Yeah, this is a wooden one. This isn't
Okay.
the nice one that they, like my mom and dad have bought for Ronan, where you don't get splinters in your butt when you're like going down the slide or burnt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we probably got some good like burns on our thighs and butts from going down this slide. No, this is like your old school wooden one that's just like, yeah, I just think of splinters when I touch. Yeah, it worked. It did its job a little too well.
Back when the safety regulations were mostly non-existent.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can still remember that metal slide and how hot it was in the summer.
I got some second and third degree burns from metal slides when I was a kid too.
Yeah, but I still remember that was one of my favorite gifts. And one of my other.
Why did it stick out so much? Besides the wood,
probably the sticker, the splinters sticking out of our behinds, right? I just remember playing on it a lot and always wanting a swing set. We were very energetic girls, so I loved swinging really, really, really high and then trying to jump out. And I remember like laying on my back or trying to do flips and stuff. We weren't that much better than boys, really. I don't know. It's just one of the big gifts that sticks out. The other one that sticks out, which was a gift that our parents did for us when I was in college and my sisters were in high school, and we got to go to Hawaii and having what I call a white sand Christmas, which is way better than I feel like a white snowy Christmas. Definitely. It
sounds better to me. I mean, I definitely like snow, but if it is a really nice beach, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I feel like Hawaiian beach trumps like Colorado slopes most of the time. Don't quote me on that.
Not sponsored by Hawaii Tourism
Board or anything.
Either.
Yeah. What was your favorite Christmas gift as a kid?
I think my favorite gift that sticks out more than anything else would have been Connects. And I feel like I don't ever talk to people that knew about them, so I don't know how my parents originally found out, but everybody talks about Legos, and even now it's almost like cool to have Legos, and you've got these sets. I have a friend of mine who they have an entire area of their top floor of their house dedicated to Legos. Just I don't even know how many thousands of dollars
they've come a long way.
Yeah, they've come a long way. And my brother had Legos, my older brother, but for me, my parents got me a Connect set. I don't remember the first Connect set, but the one that sticks out was this set where you could build one of two things. You could build this 4.5 foot tall, like Rube Goldberg machine thing where it had a bunch of little like balls, and they would go up the chain and then down and around and back up and spin stuff. And then there was also like this roller coaster you could make. So connects were different in that there was like all these different length rods, and then you had these like connector pieces, anywhere from 1 to like 10 things where you can connect into it. So you can make a lot of different, more functional shapes. But I remember that was so much fun because I would just spend hours like building something, and then I'd get to play with it for a while, and then tear it down and build something else.
Yeah, and your parents probably had fun with it because you
Yeah,
were off for hours
exactly.
and they didn't have to watch you. Or
My
have to,
high
have to
energy,
deal,
high
right?
talkativeness was offset for hours at a time.
Exactly.
So
like
that probably was their favorite gift as well, for that same reason.
And that's why one of our favorite, one of my favorite gifts coming up for Ronan, because we have a 3-year-old who's super hyper. We got him a little trampoline, and I cannot wait for him.
The one where you got the handle thing and you can like jump.
Yeah. I want to give it to him early so he can just jump on it now and get all of his energy out when I'm trying to work from home. But I think that's what I'm really looking forward to with Ronan, is giving him fun gifts like that will also have a great effect on us as parents as well, with getting all of his hyperness and energy out.
It's odd. There's like a direct correlation between something that has a calming effect and distracting effect on a child also has a calming effect on the parents.
Right.
Which until now I did not understand. And now I very fully understand that. So
yeah.
But I'm actually, I think, most looking forward for stockings this year for Ronan, because it was, it's always fun to like all the little things in the stocking. And I don't know, like this is I feel like the first year where he'll like get the concept more, like his birthday.
He definitely understands gift concept.
Yes. So whereas last year it was
yeah.
kind of like, okay, cool, but like
he just pulling the wrapping paper.
I'm just handing things to him. He didn't even know what was going on. So anyway.
Yeah. And that kind of gets into our first thing, stockings, which are one of my favorite items to do for Christmas, always has been, and how to save money on those. Because you look at some of these stocking stuffers and examples they have on Amazon right now, and it's like $20 or $30 for one little stocking stuffer.
Yeah, for one item.
I know.
And they're listed as great stocking stuffers. Like $20 for one item? You got to put like 30 to 50 things, like depending on how big they are. You've got to put a lot of stuff in that stocking.
Yeah, like for us, at least for like a kid stocking, I'd say maybe $30 tops.
Yeah.
If we're doing them for each other, like a spouse or a parent, maybe an older kid, I'd say maybe $40 to $50. But
yeah,
you're
not $250, not even including gifts.
That's we're
crazy.
Some of these stocking stuffers they're including. This is not going to work. So some ideas that we had to help save on stocking stuffers is looking at Target has a little front section right when you walk in. They've always had it, and around Christmas time they have like,
it's like their value items.
Yeah, their value items, and they have lots of cool little dollar things. Same with dollar store. Your kid, especially if they're younger, is not going to care if they have an off-brand Matchbox car in their stocking.
As we can attest with Ronan.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't
wheels.
matter what the brand is. He just likes it that it has wheels. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean.
Exactly. So we really like to, or I, because I usually do most of the shopping. I like to hit those up, and right when Target is doing that transition, maybe like right after Thanksgiving, of putting all that stuff together.
Which
and then I can get the good stuff.
Right around the time we're releasing this episode. So if you're hearing this for the first time, you may still have a chance.
Yeah. I know there's still some items. I've got a really cute pair of socks for $1 for Ronan's stocking. Another thing is you can fill gift cards. It's not going to make up that much space, but just like a $5 or $10 gift card to a movie. If it's somebody that's older, an adult, maybe like Starbucks, a coffee shop, a Target gift card, TJ Maxx.
Maybe spend like $20 or $25 on the gift card if you have a bunch of other small items for something that they really enjoy.
But really,
not the kid though. If you do more than 10, it's kind of wasted on the kid.
Yeah, kids just like to pull things out and destroy. Especially like with our toddler, and I'm sure up to like age 7. So just pulling stuff out of a stocking has enough joy for them that don't really worry as much about the quality of the contents as just filling it with candy.
Which kind of goes into one of the other things that we're going to suggest, and this applies both for the kids because they just like to pull stuff out, but also for your older children and the adults. Getting small toiletry items are going to be needed throughout the year anyway. So like for your kid, this applies. Toothpaste. It doesn't matter. Yes, it's technically a necessity. It's a toiletry, but it's still a little thing that they can pull out. If you find the cheapo ones that are brightly colored, like it's even more fun. Deodorant, mints and gum. Just be careful the kids don't keep it and immediately start eating them all. Nail polish for the girls, chapstick and nail clippers. I think that's a good one because for me they always seem to disappear throughout the year. I don't think I've ever finished a thing of chapstick, and I'm pretty sure we get at least 3 replacement nail clippers every year.
Yeah,
so,
they're like socks. They
like socks in the dryer.
Which kind of goes into the next point. So what I love to put in are maybe even a cute pair of socks. Again, I got $1 pair of socks at Target for a little kid.
Or like the ones that have fun sayings.
Yeah, or soft socks that you can wear around the house. I absolutely love my Bombas socks. This is not an ad.
Not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored, but I love Bombas. And they last so long and they're so comfortable. So buying a nice pair or two, just roll up and stuff in that stocking is a great gift, especially for your athletic people in your life that love soft socks for working out in.
For anybody not familiar with those, it's Bombas, Bombas.
Yeah. They're the bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
They're great socks.
So another one, H-E-B, well, for us, it'd be your local grocery store, I guess. If you are not in Texas.
And you don't have H-E-B, I'm so sorry.
We're sorry, we will pray for you.
Yes.
But H-E-B or local grocer have entire sections of bath items and other fun things that are typically under or at $10. Yeah. So it's a nice area.
Bath bombs, bath salts.
Exactly. Favorite candy? I know Jenna loves Twix, so that's kind of a nice one. You fill the stocking, and as you're filling it, it's kind of like you put all these bigger items that are odd shaped, and then you get the little fun-sized candies or whatever it is somebody likes. You kind of pack it in between. So then when they pick the stocking up, it's completely full, and there's always these extra little things falling out as they're pulling it. So that's fun.
That's my yearly chocolate stash, or those mini Twix. I just keep those, and it lasts till next year for Christmas time.
Every once in a while, you find a random Twix in a drawer or the cabinet or something oh, Christmas candy.
Yeah.
The other thing would be filling it up with a bunch of items that you'll use throughout the year. And we promise you, kids just want to pull stuff out and unwrap them. They don't really care that much of what's in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure at what age that changes because we're only at a 3-year-old. But
I'm sure teenage years it does start to change.
Yeah,
because now they hate everyone and everything, and parents know nothing. So,
right.
Yeah. Okay,
so on to the good stuff. I know it's past Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But here's some tips that I personally like to use for next year. And it can kind of be used all year round.
And companies have been doing this longer too. The Black Friday deals and Cyber Monday have many times been extended where they're going on for weeks. And it may be that they're not quite as good as that first few days or week. But even now I'm still seeing a lot of brands that I like to follow that are 40% off instead of 60% off.
Yeah, so, it's still a good deal. So this is a time, I don't telling people to be glued to their phone or Instagram, but for me, and that's how I do it. And I'm not on my phone all the time, but I'm always looking through for deals. I follow them closely on Instagram. I find the different profiles on Instagram. I'm looking at their stories when it's Black Friday's coming up, because a lot of times they'll have, hey, this is the deals that are coming up. Keep an eye out. So I'll watch that for some of my favorite athletic brands. Definitely sign up for the email list, and then I immediately unsubscribe. Sometimes you'll even get 10% off, 15% off for signing up.
Sometimes
on top
it's worth
of
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's
sign
worth
up.
it.
Just don't forget to unsubscribe if you really don't want to get them, because then you will be getting stuff all the time.
And I absolutely hate shopping in person. So going into a store for Black Friday is.
Oh yeah,
it's not going to happen.
I don't think we have done a Black Friday. I used to go to Black Friday every once in a while, and that was when I was much younger. I think the last time I went was when I was 20. It's just not worth it. With the way technology have changed, and
my
pretty
sanity
much
is
all
worth
of the
more.
deals that you're going to get are pretty much all available online. They'll just be limited to where if you're online and say you needed a new TV or a monitor for your office or whatever it might be, a lot of times what they do now is the deal that's available in the store will be available online, but when you purchase, you can only buy one or two of those items. And so, just something to think about.
With all of the COVID stuff that has happened over the past couple of years, stores are really pushing more digital, and people are used to it now for digital sales. So they've just kept up with it.
Which is good if you're looking and you don't want to have to go in the store. So
yeah. So if you know any brands or items that your friends or your family likes, definitely keep an eye on those. Like, for example, if they're a Nike, like want some Nike shoes, keep an eye on Nike like day in, day out for like that day after Thanksgiving or even leading up to it, and then like up to that Monday or Tuesday afterwards. For me personally, I also buy a lot of my personal items like face care during this time. I got 30% off of these nice face lotions that I usually use. So I went ahead and bought 2 because I'm saving so much and it's going to last me throughout the year. So I may as well save up on items for myself, personal items.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Christmas. It just may be a good time on things you know you're going to use to stock up.
Okay.
So
yeah. And if you want to talk about Amazon also.
Yeah, so for Amazon, one of the things you can do, and it doesn't mean you have to buy it from Amazon. That's something we'll talk about in a second. But if you favorite items by putting them on a list, it could be a public list that you can obviously share with family and friends. Helps a lot for kids, like we did that for Ronan. And when you do that, Amazon will also, based on the list that you have saved, it will recommend similar items that are part of Cyber Monday and special deals.
Yeah.
So it kind of helps you keep an eye out for those things a little easier, and maybe even find things that you hadn't thought of. You're like, oh, that's similar product. It's not as expensive, but I think they'll like it just as much. Great idea. Another one that I wanted to mention that kind of ties directly into that, I believe Jenna had said this before. There's a Capital One version.
There's a Capital One extension. I forget
not
what it's
everybody has
called,
Capital
like
One.
Evo or Ena. I'm not exactly sure.
But the one that I have actually used myself and have seen it, I've definitely seen it promoted by a lot of people that I watch videos and stuff on. But it's called Honey, just like the food, HONEY. But it's a free extension that you can install in your browser. You can download it on your phone too, whether you're Android or Apple. But for me, I do feel like the computer version is a lot easier. So as an example, when you're on Amazon, if you have that installed in the browser, you can very quickly see, is the current price, regardless of whether it says it's on sale, is the current price actually a good price? Is it higher than normal? Is it pretty much on par? You can even usually click on that to see a history. You say, okay, well, what about the last 90 days, before we got into the holiday season, around Thanksgiving and Christmas. And sometimes you'll look at it and say, oh, it's on sale. But what happens a lot is you'll see the regular price is $70. And then when it goes, quote, on sale, they bump it to $100 and mark it off where it's on sale for the same price. So Honey and deal things like that help you see, are they really a good deal or is it just fake? So speaking of deals, Jenna,
I wanted to kind of hit back on the Amazon Lightning deals. You have got to keep a close eye on these. Amazon will tell you when certain deals are coming up, and they can go really, really fast.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the amazing trampoline that we're hoping will get all of Ronan's hyper energy out. We got it, normally $60, and I made sure I'd seen that was the normal price. We got it for $35, and I clicked on that for the deal right when it went on. And I think, by the time I checked out, it had been maybe 2 minutes and 15% were already sold. So you have to be quick.
It can go really fast.
Again, being glued to your phone. If you're wanting to save money, this is a good time to just be like, okay, gotta be ready to click.
Make sure your notifications are enabled for the Amazon app for something like that.
Yeah, Amazon will send
because on those Lightning deals, they'll either be, it's usually a combination of so many are available at that price, but also there's usually a time limit. So even if it didn't sell immediately, if you don't make the purchase within the hour or 2 hours or however long they give you, it's gone.
Yeah.
So another thing that we would suggest, which again doesn't apply for Christmas 2021, but save up throughout the year. So we have a separate fund for our Christmas gifts, and that helps us just kind of budget and plan from between now and Christmas next year. And so as an example, you could put $50 to $100 every month into it, or whatever your Christmas budget might normally be, just divide by 12, simple math. And then you save that much, put that into that separate savings account. So okay, this is our budget. So let's make sure we stick within it. But also you don't get to the end of the year and all of a sudden carry a balance on your credit card into the next month.
Yeah, it's not hitting you all at once.
Exactly, yeah. Planning ahead.
Yeah. Okay, this one would be for me if you're wanting to save money, make it or do it yourself.
DIY.
And now sometimes, I know we've probably all heard the quote, especially as crafty people, why buy it for $20 when you can make it for $95?
Right.
Which is so true for a lot of things. It does ring true, but also there's things you can do and make. Shutterfly, we do a book every year, and this is what the grandparents always ask for, is the book of Ronan and his photos, and then we'll have his sister's photos in there as well when she arrives in March.
And they have great templates and stuff too, so you don't have to create it from scratch. It's more of, okay, I kind of like this general design, and then you just start adding pictures.
Adding photos in. But you have to be aware with Shutterfly, they are very sneaky with this. If you do little metallic overlays on the outside, additional pages, you make it hardcover. I always upgrade to hardcover anyways. Or if you have it lay flat, that will get you. So you have to make sure you're within that certain amount of pages, or else you're going to get up to like a $40 or $50 book versus a $20 to $25 book.
Exactly.
As far as a DIY.
So just pay attention, and that'll be you should be able to see it when you're about to check out, right?
Yeah, they say, hey, I want to add this for, well, no, not all the time, actually, because I just made one, and I saw that the cover, like, the colors looked a little off. I'm like, why is that? And why is it so much more expensive? Oh, they had done the metallic stickers from the template that I chose. But I could choose the exact same template without the metallic covering.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, if you want that, that's cool. It looks really nice and fun. But for me, I'm like $7 more for a little bit of shine. I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm frugal, remember?
We'll just throw some extra glitter on it when we send it.
And like crafting things you can do with your kids, and they have fun doing it. It's going to have a little bit more meaning. I know one year my mom had gotten like a candle kit from Hobby Lobby, and you can get like vintage teacups or cute teacups from your antique store, or even just ordering online, and you pour candles in. Yeah, yard sales. And you can make really super cute candles that don't even have to be lit, but they're for decoration. And I know the grandparents love that. Or they can be used on like the
candle warmers, which means they tend to last longer too.
Yeah, and using essential oils in there.
Fun saving tip. Don't burn them. Just let them warm up. You still get the smell, but you also don't have an open flame, and they'll last longer.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing for make it, I love to crochet. You can basically crochet anything. It's going to take a little bit longer, but they also have really cute wall hangings that you can crochet that are in right now. Like they look like macrame. You can crochet that. Little kids, you can teach at probably like 7 years old. They can learn to crochet and make stuff.
I know it's very relaxing and therapeutic for you as well.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of talk and do other things, or just zone out. And, once you get good at it. I know when you've tried to get me to do it, I have to really focus.
You have to learn, but it's therapeutic for you, and then you can make gifts for other people, like little face scrubbies I've done. So there's so many things you can do that don't take that long with crochet.
I love the one that that we talked about for, have your kid paint on a canvas and frame, and you can send it to different family members, grandparents. What is that? Can you maybe describe the tape method?
Yeah.
To be able to do that?
Ronan, because he's just turned 3, he's not very good at painting. He just kind of scribbles everywhere.
Sometimes he can kind of go in the lines.
Yeah, sometimes he can do a circle-ish shape. But I ended up buying canvases. It was like a 2-pack of small canvases for like $1 at the dollar store. So the tape method is, I made a shape with the tape, like painter's tape, like cut it out, plastered it onto the canvas. And so it made negative space that whatever he painted around, now I lift up that tape, whether like one was a heart, one was just random little cute, like abstract line shapes. Another, I made a shape of like little cat and cat ears on the canvas. So he painted around that and colored it in, and then I helped him remove the tape, and there was that blank space left that kind of had a cool shape. That was really cute.
So instead of like painting the cat, you use the tape to leave it completely blank and white, and then Ronan paints all around everywhere else to have like a fun random pattern. And which, by the way, ends up being this unique piece of artwork.
I'll have to like post photos of that on the podcast site, because they actually look really, really cool.
Yeah, I really like the cat one.
Yeah, and then I went and drew little cat eyes and like whiskers and a nose.
And who knows, maybe that unique artwork by the kids may have some resale value if they're famous one day as an artist.
Yeah, maybe.
So, probably not, but it still would be very, very fun. So another thing, another good tip is shopping in one place. So Target, Walmart, at as of the recording, Target and Walmart both, they offer free shipping for any orders $35 or more. And so what's nice about that is you expect all your orders to typically come around the same time in the same boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a lot more efficient and, less to keep track of.
Yeah, organized.
So we actually bought a jacket, a few ornaments, and boots that we needed for Ronan. And Jenna actually got all of that from Target, which since we had at least $35 more, we got free shipping. So sometimes the shipping is $10, but it's like you may as well spend $10 or $15 more on something you do need, you get free shipping. If it just seems like a good idea.
Yeah, when you're already up to like 20 or 25.
Yeah. And same with Amazon, save on shipping while organizing everything in one spot. You'll notice a lot of times on shipping where it may default to fastest, but you can actually change it to where, okay, instead of getting it 2 days from now, if everything comes in at the same time, I'll get it 4 days from now. And sometimes they'll even give you like $1 or $2 credit.
Yeah.
Towards your order because you did it in less deliveries.
And it adds up. That dollar or two will add up.
Yeah, and then it's just easier because all the stuff got delivered.
Exactly. So when it comes to Amazon and Target and all of the online places, definitely compare pricing. There's stuff I've found on the Walmart website, same brand for cheaper. There's stuff that I found on the Amazon website that's a little bit more expensive or cheaper. And there's companies, like all your main companies, again, I'll just name Nike just because it's at the top of my head. Like we'll maybe sell tennis shoes through Amazon. But you also want to check the actual Nike website or whatever website it is for that brand to see if they have better deals going on, like around Christmas time or other times. Because sometimes those big brands would rather you shop through their website than going through Amazon.
Right. And a big part of that too is because Amazon for sellers, whether it's you selling stuff randomly out of your attic or a brand like Nike, Amazon makes a percentage off of sales that go through their system. And so that's why if you, like using Nike as an example, if the shoes you wanted are currently $110 on Amazon, they may be on sale for $100 and directly with Nike, and they offer free shipping on anything over $50. So like just as a simple example, because they can sell it for $100 and make more money than $110 on Amazon. So it's worth it to them.
Yeah. What I tell people though, because I have read reviews where it seems like a knockoff brand. So at the top of the Amazon, usually it's like at the top left, it'll be like brand or shop Nike store. So you can click on it and then
shop this store.
Or shop this store. Yeah. And it'll show like a whole layout of stuff. And usually if that looks good and there's like, it almost looks like a mini website within Amazon.
Yeah.
I try to make sure it's like legit being sold through Nike or Reebok or whatever brand you're looking for. I'm not endorsing any of these. Yeah. Just again,
you'll see that a lot, especially with electronics. So if you see something for like some sort of electronic type of cables and chargers and screens maybe or whatever it is, but if it's electronic, I would definitely say do that. Check the shop this store because there's a lot of knockoff brands. You're like, the reason why this is $20 instead of $70 is because you're not getting a working product. Or it is very, very poorly made. Yeah.
So definitely check that when using Amazon.
So another thing that we would highly recommend, because this, thankfully, Jenna was able to work it out, but this just happened recently where she had ordered something and there should have been an order confirmation email and for whatever reason something happened where, it didn't. She didn't get a confirmation. So when you order something, take a screenshot if you ordered on your phone, if you know how to do that on your computer. The other option would be is as soon as you do order, maybe even print a hard copy if you've got a printer, and just make sure you have the information on when you ordered, what the order number was, which is very helpful when all of a sudden they say, we don't know what order you're talking about and it should have arrived.
Yeah.
So the other one would be when you do get the email confirmation, just double check it, and make sure that you have a copy of the email, because if you did get a copy of the email, that also is a good chance that they did in fact receive the order. Another one would be, use Google Keep or Apple Notes or whatever note program you might have on your particular phone of choice. Write down the name of the company, what you purchased, the order number, and if they provided the tracking number. And then if you put it in something like Google Keep or Apple Notes, you can do like the checklist option and you can start checking things off or strike through them as they actually come in.
Yeah.
So last thing is you don't want to forget that you forgot something.
Yeah, I made a whole list of that. And then I put the link for the tracking so I could click on it. And I also put the date when I expected it to arrive. So if I realize, oh, it's December 6th and this was supposed to come on the 2nd and it's not here yet, then I can kind of see, immediately click on that tracking number, see where it's gone, and try to figure out, okay, what's going on here? One last thing, it doesn't really have to do with saving money, and it's kind of a given for most of us, but make a wish list. I cannot tell you how much easier it is for people to shop for you and for you to shop for other people when you have a wish list. For me personally, just because Amazon basically rules the world at this point.
As far as merchandise.
Yeah. They have a wish list option that you can add in other items from different websites onto it. You just have to have an extension in like your Chrome browser. I haven't figured out how to do it from my phone, so that is kind of annoying that I have to go on my laptop to do it.
But you can do it. You can put like the URL to where it is. You can put in like what size, the name.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very helpful. And then people that you share the wish list with, even if it wasn't an Amazon item or purchased through Amazon, they can still mark it as sold. So if you're trying to see, okay, we're last minute, we need to get some stuff for our kid. What did the grandparents and the people buy already? You can see what was purchased.
Yeah.
So, which is a nice feature.
It just makes it so much easier because I guess, Shawn, you can kind of talk about that, like how it's so much more helpful when you have kids now.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It was, obviously it was helpful for us when we didn't have kids, when we didn't have Ronan. For Ronan having, there's all kinds of stuff you can buy a 3-year-old.
A bajillion trucks.
Not every kid is exactly the same. And so having the wish list where we could more or less put as many different things on there that we could think of that we know he would really enjoy, or something that would help him be more creative, or stuff that would trick him into learning, anything like that we know would be good, we can put that on there. So one of the ones that I saw on his list I was kind of excited about was this monster truck 3-in-1 Lego thing, but it was a younger kids Lego option. Mm-hmm. So it was the actual kit was easier, but you can make a little monster truck. You can make a couple other things. So I'm looking forward to that one getting to help Ronan do it. So
yeah, and you control a little bit more of what grandparents are giving you, because our house is covered in the same toys right now.
We're having to already get rid of toys.
Yeah.
He's only 3.
So it's what can we get that's better for him? Like you said, a little more educational.
Exactly.
What I'm thinking of. Yeah. Well, that's all of the items that I had thought of to share. I know that y'all out there probably have a lot of great advice as well that we didn't cover, because Shawn and I would love to hear that.
Yes.
Especially as our kids get older.
As a fairly new parents, if there was anything that we didn't cover, we would love to hear your feedback. You could send us an email from our website. You could call or text our office, 830-609-6986. But yeah, we would love to get your feedback, and we maybe pass along when we publish things online. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this special Christmas episode. Love to hear from you guys on how your family prepares for Christmas and all of the potential chaos that is merchandising and gifts. And, again, since we are parents of a 3-year-old and soon to be new baby in March next year, we would love to hear anything you guys have to share.
Oh, and if you want to see any of these tips, we'll have the entire script out as always on ChristianFinancialPodcast.com, and I can even put a few pictures and samples of stuff. So
yes,
don't forget about that.
Don't forget about it. It'll all be on the podcast episode website. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
God bless you all. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. So thank you, and God bless.
Merry Christmas.
That's all for now. We invite you to listen to all of our past episodes covering many financial topics from a Christian perspective. To make sure you don't miss any of Bob's upcoming episodes, you can subscribe to Christian Financial Perspectives on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or Amazon Music. To learn more about integrating your faith with your finances, visit ChristianFinancialAdvisors.com or call 830-609-6986. Investment advisory services offered through Christian Investment Advisors, Inc., DBA Christian Financial Advisors, also known as Christian Financial Advisors Management Group, a registered investment advisor.
Comments from today's show are for informational purposes only and not to be considered investment advice or recommendations to buy or sell any company that may have been mentioned or discussed. The opinions expressed are solely those of the host, Bob Barber, and his guests. Bob does not provide tax advice and encourages you to seek guidance from a tax professional. While Christian Investment Advisors believes the information to be accurate and reliable, we do not claim or have responsibility for its completeness, accuracy, or reliability.